You know what? Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience at the our White House here in Costa Rica. You know what? It was a pleasure to be in front of the president. You know what? I had this conversation to ask him questions. You know what? And I don't know if you guys that do this or not, when you're speaking more than one language, man, it's tough. I garbled it up. I just tore it up so bad. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. You know what? Because my native language is English. So when I speak Spanish, I'm translating inside what I gotta say. But you know what? When you have, I don't know, 100 cameras and a few million people looking at you, and then you're asking them, and you're like, oh, you know what? It was like, if I was just flowing in English, it's no problem. But man, I had to flow in Spanish. Well, you know what? Thankfully, you know, the president, he was so gracious and he didn't beat me up to say, hey, you know what? Hey, what are you doing up here? Why aren't you prepared? You know what? Honestly, I prepared for, I don't know. The last 2 years I prepared for this. And you know what? I get up there and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But you know what? Thankful for all this. You know what? The guys around me and the young ladies, they were so supportive. They're like, you know what? It happens to all of us. You know what? Don't worry, you'll recoup. And even the presidential staff and they were just, I don't know, I can just tell you that it was an experience, but although I sucked at the portion of I had to talk in Spanish, but you know what? It was like, hey, they helped you out. And that's what, I don't know. I love the US. You know what? It's in my blood. But Costa Rica has a certain place in my heart that they came and embraced me while I was having a tough idea. I'm going to show you a little bit of stuff on the back scenes of how things went around, and you're going to see that stuff right now when we're putting this up. But you know what? I'm going to show you what it is to be there. Well, we're about to start the conference here with the president. I'm going to show you a little bit about what it looks like inside before a press conference. All the media is behind me, in front of me. Dignitaries to the left, audiences to the right. The president's right here in the middle. We'll start in just a little bit. Discussing tourism, how it's improved because we just got awarded as Costa Rica being a center airport, or got first ranked in Central America. People in front of you are part of MEP, which is an education system here in Costa Rica, and what they're talking about is that they're doing a program that they're being hired full-time, and education is important in Costa Rica. And they're giving homage to the police. We're here in Zapote, where the president just spoke. You know what? I had the pleasure of being back with the press corps, seeing the questions that were asked, answered in that moment. The press asking those that, hey, you know what? This is what our constituents have a question on, and the president answered. I hope that this was a good experience for you. We're going to have many more of these. And you know what? Thank you for tuning in. Pura vida, and always be safe. We're going to start answering questions and asking you to tell me what you want to know about Costa Rica directly to the president. Now, keep in mind when you're doing this is that we're going to do this in an effort to focus on the country itself. Please do not ask questions about, hey, you know what? My immigration is taking too long. No. We have to take ourselves out of this and think of all of Costa Rica on what could be better for all of Costa Rica, not just you. You know what? There's a lot of people here, and whether they're Costa Rican or you're coming from another country, you know what? It's important that we don't lose sight of what really matters. You know what really matters is everyone, including you. But what matters is, you know what, how life is so precious that we're privileged to be in this country and to be able to enjoy it in such a way. Is it perfect? Nah. But you know what? Nothing's perfect. Doesn't matter where you're from. Now, one of the things that I want you to do is, you know what, put in your comments there to see, hey, you know what, I want to see or hear, or I want this to happen in my town. It's deficiently for the whole town. You know what, the health system's not perfect, or I had to, there was a lot of people there that were needing this. You know what? Those are the questions that really matter, because at the end of the day, we should be human to all people. At least this is what I believe. Well, you know what? I hope that this little confession about visiting the president, you know what, puts in perspective of what life really should be here in Costa Rica and why we're here. I hope that this information was good for you. Pura vida, and always be safe.